Hello, my student. I hope that you're doing well. I hope that you are blessed throughout these days. And I wish you success in whatever you're doing. I'm teacher Msirikare, a teacher of geography at the Bright Angels International School. This is a grade 9, and our topic for today's session is rivers, landforms, all the landforms which are formed by river processes. As we saw last time, we saw some processes of river. We mentioned the three, saying a river does erosion, it transports, and it deposits. So today we are talking about the features or landforms which are formed after that erosion. Let's take a look at this shortest video as we are proceeding ahead. Here I have this video. The video, I'm pretty sure what we are going to see, some of you have ever seen, have ever watched. The video is here. Rock. Can you take a Now, thank you for watching. After this, we are going to go and get some objectives of today's lesson. Before, I was interacting with you, just calling you to follow attentively. Now, we have set some objectives for this lesson. First of all, if you follow and attentively, you'll be able to identify some landforms created by a river. And second, after this lesson, we'll be able to explain the processes of formation of some river landforms. And of course, this lesson is not that long. You need your notebook, you need your activity book, you need a pen. If possible, you can access some internet websites, like the mostly recommended one is this website, which is called, I ever told you, it's Internet Geography. And for you, there is another one which is a Geography Pods. You can take and go to the river processes. You'll see everything. Now let's go to our next. The main landforms associated with river erosion, transportation, and deposition. At the first, we saw what is a river. We saw the parts of a river. We saw the main hydrological characteristics and that operates within a drainage basin and within a river. And today is landforms. So first of all, let's start with the river erosional landforms. These are also called landforms in the upper course of a river. First, we have waterfall, we have rapids, we have V-shaped valleys, we have interlocking spars, we have potholes, and gorges. These are the features formed by rivers erosion, especially in its upper course. First, number one is waterfall. We want to describe much about waterfall. We already have this waterfall. It's right here in the image. Water is falling, and the definition is here, where water descends vertically, and it's created due to rock type, especially when there is alternation of soft rock and hard rock. You see, like here, we'll see in the video. Unfortunately, we can't go immediately to the video, but I will show you how it works. And here we have softy rocks, and here are the hardy rocks. So the river will be falling, and if it hits to the softy rock, it keeps deepening the channel, and it reaches a level when water seems to be falling, and it is really falling. This part of water down here is called the plunge pool. And we'll see more in the video. Next feature or next landform is this rapid. You know, it's explained, it's self-explained. This is a place in a river course where it moves rapidly. Water flows rapidly, especially when the riverbed, we said what a riverbed is. When a riverbed is rough. So there is a turbulent movement of water. When it's not turbulent, we call it laminar. That's another feature. Next we have interlocking spars. Here we have the feature in the picture here, in the image here. We have like a river, two mountains, two highlands, and in between there is such a flowing river. And this river has, check on this part, which is connected to this side. These are banks of river, but now they are the land, they are like fingers of land. Where they are interconnected. They seem to be interconnected. So these features are called interlocking spars. They are locking to each other. Next, we have potholes. If we are able to open this link, it can show us how potholes are formed. Now, these are formed on river's bed, the bed of a river. When some parts of, there are some parts of a river bed which are softy rocks, and then the materials or the roads transported by a river are sometimes working to change it, okay, to deepen, to scratch, and at the end, when the water level is decreased, you see these features are formed to the bottom of a river. Next is gorges. Now you see the gorges, wow. See the gorges, some areas, some features you've not yet observed or you've not yet seen by your eyes, but they do exist. They're so fascinating. Yeah, a gorge, it can be formed as a waterfall, retreats up a valley. You know, somewhere there was a waterfall, we've seen what a waterfall is, and due to continued erosion, a waterfall is retreating, so it's no longer falling to the same area, and that part which was like a hanging valley is leaving that part which is made of resistant rocks. It's a kind of steep slope, and it's called a gorge. So it's a steep-sided valley. And another one is this V-shaped valley. You see, it's almost like a gorge, but for V-shaped valley, it's steep-sided and a narrow bottom. So it's narrow, it's not wide, and it's steep valley. It's shaped like a V. Now, if you can check from here and there, we can see that it's V-shaped. Now, this is due to erosion which is taking place which is done by this river crossing between these two mountains or hills. This is V-shaped valley. Now, those were the features or landforms which are formed by a river on its upper course, especially due to rivers erosion. We saw that river erosion is done in two ways. There is lateral erosion and vertical erosion. Let's go with other features, especially in the middle course and the lower course, which is mainly due to river transportation and deposition. So we have here river meanders, oxbow lakes, rivers, floodplain, delta, estuary, and the braided channel and the braided channels. Let's go with river meander. River meander, you see, it's wow. These are bends, these are corners, these are crosses, like a river as it is flowing in its course, it reaches somewhere where it bends. And due to the nature of soil, rocks, structure, you see a river is diverting, is crossing over a given part of land, and this is called a river meander. So this is like when you see it, it forms a nice scenery to see, but it's called meander. Now, there is a part which is attached to meander. It's a feature resulted from a continued process of meandering. Now we see this is a river. This is called the Oxbow Lake. Oxbow Lake. Here we have a lake, a river flowing, but this is a meander. Now, as it continued the energy of erosion, especially lateral erosion towards this part, a river in B will be bent too much. This is called the cut bank, and point bar. It's about to be cut. As it continues in C, as erosion, lateral erosion continues, this part up here in B, as the erosion continues, it should continue and almost connect to this river, connect due to erosion and some interferences or blocks which will be there. Now, as it continues, you see, for this river, it's easier to continue and join this river than crossing down here. At the end, you will see in our D here, the river has stopped. This river has stopped from continuing that downwards journey, and then it joined due to erosion. The channels are joining to form one river here. And the downy part which was left there, a channel which was left there with some water, it's called the Oxbow Lake, right? Oxbow Lake, and we see, we get to know why is it called Oxbow. So this is a lake formed as a continued meandering process and the erosion, which is the lateral. Another one is another feature of this is in the lower course. We have levees. Here, the part, as you can see here, we have the process of formation for these levees. We have this part of a river bank, which was getting the river deposits at the river flood. And then secondary, during flood, you see there are some sediments which are added here, or some materials which are deposited here. And as you continue, as the river flooding continues, we see this part down here. It's like increasing the level of riverbank, and these are called natural rivers, natural levee, natural levee. So we can say that a levee is a natural embankment produced, ironically, when a river floods. It's a natural embankment, this embankment. Wow, it's good. Now we have also floodplain, which is large and flat expanses of land that form on either side of a river. The floodplain are the area that a river flood onto when it experiences a high discharge. Remember, discharge is a volume of water. So when the volume of water in a river is increasing, it needs, it overflows the channel, and that's what we call a river flow, overflow, or flood. Now, that area around the river channel is called the flood plain. It's a lowland along a river channel, a river bank. So you can see here, like, it's a plain, it's an area around this river, and it has been flooded. It had been flooded. So this is another feature in the lowland. We have a delta. A delta actually, it's a Greek letter, which is shaped like a D, a triangle. It's shaped like a triangle. So it's a depositional feature when a river is entering the main water body, like a sea or ocean. At its mouth, it forms, it is widened, and it has some different rivers. We call them discharges. When a river is emptying into main water body with the different channels, like these are called distributaries. Now, so at this point we have different types of delta. An example of delta, we have delta at River Nile. We have a delta at Amazon River, Mississippi River, different delta, but they have different forms, like arcuate delta. There is also bird's foot delta and others, bird's foot delta. We have an estuary. Now, an estuary is a wide shaded body of water found at a river's mouth. If you can read well, it's a bit similar to definition of delta, but here it's a single channel which is widened, which is broadened, while on delta a channel might be, we might have different channels. As a river it's reaching to the mouth, it got split into many channels heading in a main water body. But here it's like an extended or broadened channel. We actually have a type of delta which is called estuarine delta. So this is when a water body, like a river, broadens at its mouth. And then next, we have this braided channel. Braided channel is a type of channel that is divided into small channels. This is a river here in the image around, but you see how many channels are there, but it's still flowing. It's not joining the main river, the main water body. So here we have these separating land are also called the islands, but these small islands are called eyots. As you see the term here, these small land separating the two small rivers or channels in the valley. And at the end, we've seen some features. I've told you We talked about some features formed in the upper course, including waterfall, including rapids, including interlocking spars, potholes, and more. And then we talked about those features which are formed by erosion and deposition in the lower course of a river, like delta, estuary, meander, oxbow, rake, and more others. So up to here, it's time for evaluation referring to our objectives. Now, in your workbook, in your activity books, you can work on these. You can define waterfall, or you draw a well-labeled diagram to explain the formation of a waterfall. You can use the internet link that I told you from Internet Geography or Geography Pods. Which river landforms might you expect to find in a lowland? What about those in the uplands? And then describe the formation of a flood plain. If you can answer these, I say congratulations, but don't hesitate to reach me. I'm available online. You can text it to the number shared alongside with the link. You can ask me for clarification. Now in the next video, next lesson, we'll see the processes of formation of these features in well-elaborated videos. Thank you, and see you in the next lesson.